As above, so below is a concept that has fascinated mystics, philosophers, and seekers of truth for centuries. This secret truth of reality reveals how there's a deep connection between the universe and our personal lives. One even ancient sages haven't completely uncovered yet. Understanding the meaning of this phrase and the powers it unlocks can change your life permanently. What we'll discover today is what no one has ever told you about as above, so below, and how it can impact your future in ways you've never imagined. Ready to find out? The universe and the individual, Hermes Trismegistus, the legendary sage, is said to have imparted this wisdom to humanity through Hermetic texts. These texts describe the principles of the divine order of the universe. The second of these is the principle of correspondence, better known by the phrase as above, so below. By understanding the principle of correspondence governing the cosmos, we can also understand the laws that govern our individual souls. So what does this mean? Hermeticists of old realized that by examining the stars, the movements of the planets, and the cycles of nature, they gained insight into their own lives and inner workings. At the heart of this phrase lies the understanding that the universe and the individual are not separate entities but reflections of one another. It implies that the patterns, energies, and dynamics we observe in the vast expanse of the heavens are mirrored within us. But this notion isn't reserved only in Hermetic teachings. Similar principles also crop up in other philosophies like ancient Chinese Taoism. This Eastern philosophy speaks of the harmony between the heavens and the earth, exemplified through the Tao or the Way. This is the underlying principle that connects all of existence. It teaches that our inner world reflects the outer world of the universe. When we manage to harmonize our inner and outer worlds, we achieve balance and peace. It is then that we align with the Tao. The principle of correspondence is another major concept in Christianity, where it's often used as a form of invocation or wish. Christians desire for things on earth to mirror the divine order of heaven. This is expressed in the Lord's Prayer with the line, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." Here, as above, so below, embodies a longing for earthly life to reflect heavenly harmony, invoking God's will to manifest in the physical realm. If a more practical principle is preferred, consider the analogy of a spider's web. Each strand is connected to every other strand, forming a delicate yet resilient structure. Similarly, every living being is intricately connected to every other living being, sharing in the collective tapestry of life. This interconnectedness manifests in countless ways, from the exchange of nutrients between plants and animals to the gravitational interactions between celestial bodies. One cannot truly appreciate the concept of heat without understanding cold, as they define each other through their contrasts. By recognizing both ends of the spectrum, we gain a more holistic perspective of reality and can navigate life with greater balance and harmony. This concept is present in all levels of existence. As above, so below suggests that the patterns and dynamics present in the higher, more abstract realms are mirrored in the lower, more concrete ones. This means that the dualities we experience in our physical world are also present in the spiritual or cosmic realms. This web of connections underpins the essence of the principle of correspondence, highlighting the unity and interdependence of all things. But even more interesting is how the principle also pops up in scientific study. In physics and cosmology, correspondence takes place in the study of fractals. Ever heard of them? A fractal is simply a geometric shape like a circle or a triangle, but one that has a really detailed structure at all levels, from the biggest scale to the smallest one. These patterns can be seen everywhere in the universe, from seashells to spiral galaxies to the structure of human lungs. If the laws governing reality affect structures as large as galaxies, doesn't this mean they also affect what's contained within them? Thus, the intricate patterns observed in nature, such as the branching of trees or the formation of galaxies, are reflected in the smallest components of matter. Moreover, the principle of as above, so below extends beyond the realm of physics and mysticism to encompass human consciousness and collective experience. Just as celestial bodies follow predictable patterns and cycles, so too do individuals and societies experience patterns of growth, transformation, and renewal. By recognizing these correspondences, individuals can attune themselves to the greater cosmic order, aligning their intentions and actions with universal principles of harmony and balance. And how we achieve this is what we'll discover next: the principle of correspondence in our mind. The Dalai Lama often speaks about how our thoughts and emotions affect not just our well-being but also the well-being of others, echoing the principle of as above, so below. Thus, when we cultivate compassion and mindfulness, we contribute to a more peaceful and compassionate society. The teachings of the ancient philosopher Plotinus, who lived in the 3rd century AD, also reinforced this idea. Plotinus believed that the soul and the universe are interconnected and that by elevating our soul and seeking inner harmony, we align ourselves with the greater order of the universe. Mystics throughout history have also explored the idea of correspondence. Saint Teresa of Avila, a Spanish mystic and nun from the 16th century, wrote extensively about her spiritual experiences and took this principle as a basis to explain our connection with divinity. Teresa saw the soul's journey towards God as a reflection of the soul's inner landscape. Her writings suggest that by understanding our inner selves, we can come closer to understanding the divine. This alignment allows us to experience a more harmonious outer life, as our emotions and thoughts are in sync with the cosmic order. This is why our relationships flourish when we are filled with love and kindness. But when we harbor anger or resentment, it often leads to conflict and discord. This principle encourages us to nurture positive emotions and cultivate inner peace, knowing that it will ripple outward and enhance our interactions with the world. The best example of this is found in the story of Buddha. Before his enlightenment, Siddhartha Gautama struggled with inner turmoil and dissatisfaction. He sought external solutions, riches, power, and asceticism, but none brought him the peace he desired. It was only when he turned inward and achieved inner tranquility through meditation that he found enlightenment. His inner transformation radiated outward, influencing countless lives and spreading teachings of compassion and peace. So, what does this story teach us? That our emotional well-being is not just a personal matter. It has far-reaching implications for the people who surround us. Modern psychological studies back this up. A study conducted by James Fowler and Nicholas Christakis found that happiness spreads through social networks, impacting people up to 3 degrees of separation. This means your emotional state can influence your friends, and even their friends' friends. This phenomenon vividly illustrates how our inner emotions can shape the outer world, validating the timeless wisdom of as above, so below. If only reaching emotional harmony was easy. For aligning our inner world and outer world takes decades of conscious work, and many people never get to that level. Now, we'll learn the secrets of how to achieve it without losing ourselves in the process. Reaching emotional harmony. Emotional harmony involves testing our inner resilience and developing systems to react to these challenges. The parable of the Chinese farmer is a profound reminder of how this works. The story goes that a farmer's horse ran away, and his neighbors said, "What bad luck?" The farmer simply replied, "Maybe." The next day, the horse returned with several wild horses, and the neighbors exclaimed, "What good luck?" Again, the farmer said, "Maybe." This cycle continued, teaching us that events themselves are neutral. It is our perception and emotional response that give them meaning. In the same vein, our emotional responses to life's ups and downs shape our reality. When we encounter adversity with a calm and balanced mind, we are more likely to navigate it successfully. This resilience is cultivated through practices like meditation, which helps us maintain inner peace regardless of external circumstances. By focusing on our inner state, we can better manage our reactions and maintain a positive outlook. Another powerful example comes from the life of Nelson Mandela. Despite spending 27 years in prison, Mandela emerged with a spirit of forgiveness and reconciliation. His inner strength and emotional resilience not only transformed his life but also brought profound changes to South Africa and inspired the world. Mandela's story exemplifies how developing a strong and positive inner world can lead to significant external change. In our daily lives, we can apply the principle of as above, so below by prioritizing our emotional health. This means taking time for self-care, engaging in activities that bring us joy, and surrounding ourselves with supportive and positive influences. It also involves being mindful of our thoughts and emotions, recognizing that they have the power to shape our reality. Mindfulness. In modern times, the practice of mindfulness has gained popularity as a means of shaping reality from the inside out. Mindfulness teaches us to be present and aware of our thoughts and emotions, fostering a sense of inner peace. Studies have shown that regular mindfulness practice can reduce stress, improve mental health, and enhance overall well-being. By cultivating a mindful inner state, we can positively influence our external experiences, embodying the principle of as above, so below. Practicing gratitude is another way to enhance our emotional well-being. When we focus on the good in our lives, we shift our perspective and create a positive inner environment. This inner positivity radiates outward, attracting more positive experiences and people into our lives. By aligning our inner state with the qualities we wish to see in the world, we harness the transformative power of as above, so below. Even more important is understanding and accepting yourself, but not for the reasons you might think. Since our inner world is a reflection of the outer world, when we accept ourselves, we have an easier time accepting the universe, life, and all of the challenges it throws at us. Just as the cosmos is a complex yet balanced system, so too is your inner world. By aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions with your true self, you create a microcosm of balance and harmony within. This internal alignment reflects outwardly, influencing your interactions, decisions, and overall experience of life. To further explore the depths of your personality and inner strength, consider engaging in practices such as journaling, which forces you to confront the present in a space for self-reflection. This allows you to track your growth, understand your patterns, and set intentions for the future. Journaling serves as a reflective mirror, showing our progress and helping us identify recurring themes or challenges. This is because the dynamics that shape our lives often work in subtle yet profound ways that we can only analyze and deconstruct if we sit down and study them. By consistently recording our thoughts and feelings, we can start to notice patterns that might not be immediately obvious. These patterns often reveal underlying dynamics at play in our lives, offering valuable insights for personal growth and transformation. As we write, we can set intentions for our future, consciously aligning our actions with our desired outcomes. The ancient parable of the mustard seed, found in both Christian and Buddhist teachings, illustrates the power of small inner changes leading to significant outer transformations. In the Christian parable, Jesus compares the kingdom of heaven to a mustard seed, which starts small but grows into a large tree. Reflecting on the teachings of the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, we find another compelling example of acceptance. Aurelius emphasized the importance of inner virtue and tranquility, believing that our internal character shapes our external reality. In his Meditations, he wrote about maintaining inner peace and resilience regardless of external circumstances. His philosophy teaches us that by focusing on our inner development, we can navigate the outer world with greater clarity and strength. In the context of relationships, as above, so below, reminds us that the quality of our connections with others is often a reflection of our relationship with ourselves. When we cultivate self-love and self-compassion, we are more likely to engage in healthy and fulfilling relationships. Conversely, unresolved inner conflicts can manifest as external discord in our interactions. This principle encourages us to nurture our inner selves, knowing that it will enhance our relationships and social interactions. But the principle of correspondence is so overarching in this reality that it also affects the possibilities of certain things taking place through an obscure phenomenon even scientists fail to grasp. Have you ever experienced a moment when the outer world seems to perfectly align with your inner thoughts or feelings? This phenomenon, known as synchronicity, is a testament to the profound connection between our internal state and external reality. According to Jung, synchronicities occur when our inner world, our thoughts, emotions, and unconscious desires, align with outer events in a way that defies conventional explanations. Imagine you're thinking deeply about a long-lost friend, only to receive a message from them moments later. This is synchronicity in action, a clear demonstration of how our inner experiences can manifest in the outer world. Such occurrences invite us to consider that our thoughts and emotions are not isolated but resonate with the larger patterns of the universe. They encourage us to explore the deeper layers of our psyche and recognize the spiritual dimension of our lives. In various spiritual traditions, synchronicities are seen as signs from the divine or the universe, guiding us along our path. For instance, in Native American spirituality, synchronicities are often regarded as messages from the spirit world. These meaningful coincidences are interpreted as guidance or confirmation that one is on the right path. They are the gateways to understanding the cycles of harmony. Cycles of harmony. Consider the cyclical nature of our emotions. We go through phases of joy, sorrow, excitement, and tranquility, each influencing our behavior and interactions with the world. When we are aware of these inner cycles, we can better understand how they impact our lives and relationships. For example, recognizing a pattern of recurring sadness might lead us to explore its roots and address unresolved issues, thereby breaking the cycle and fostering emotional healing. In various spiritual traditions, the concept of cycles is central to understanding the flow of life. In Hinduism, the idea of samsara, the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, underscores the cyclical nature of existence. Similarly, the Buddhist concept of dependent origination illustrates how everything is interconnected and arises in cycles. These beliefs emphasize that understanding and harmonizing with these cycles can lead to spiritual growth and enlightenment. Aligning ourselves with cycles involves paying attention to nature and its own cycles. For instance, consider the cycles of day and night. The alternation of light and darkness on Earth mirrors the cosmic dance of creation and destruction, birth and rebirth that occurs in the universe. These cycles of polarity are not random but part of a grand interconnected system where each part reflects the whole. The principle of correspondence teaches us that everything exists in duality. Every aspect of reality has two poles or opposite aspects that are fundamentally connected. Hot and cold, light and dark, love and hate. These are all examples of correspondence. Life can only be understood backward, but it must be lived forward. Let's remember that the cycles we have within affect and are also affected by the cycles we perceive in the outside. This is why certain emotions and concepts are more closely associated with certain seasons, such as introspection with winter and new beginnings with spring. As the seasons of nature change, so we adjust our activities accordingly. The cycles of time, whether observed in the orbit of an electron or the path of a planet, teach us about patience, persistence, and the inevitability of change. They remind us that life is not linear but a series of interconnected patterns and rhythms. Embracing this cyclical nature allows us to flow with the currents of life rather than resist them, finding harmony and balance in the process. For instance, many cultures have agricultural calendars that dictate when to plant and harvest crops based on lunar and solar cycles, reflecting an ancient understanding of as above, so below. In African spirituality, the principle of correspondence can be seen in the belief systems of many cultures. The Yoruba people of West Africa, for example, have a concept called ASE, which is the life force that flows through all things. ASE connects the individual to the universe, reflecting the idea that what happens within a person is linked to the greater cosmos. This interconnectedness suggests that harmony within oneself can lead to harmony in the world. In modern times, this principle can guide us in managing our energy and time. Just as there are periods of intense activity and rest in nature, we too can benefit from balancing work with relaxation. Recognizing our personal rhythms, when we are most productive, creative, or introspective, allows us to optimize our activities and maintain overall well-being. For example, think about a challenging situation at work. If we resist this challenge, viewing it with frustration and negativity, we create internal tension that spills over into our actions and interactions. This resistance can lead to stress, conflict, and a sense of being stuck. However, if we accept the situation as an opportunity for growth and learning, we can approach it with a calm and open mind. This shift in perspective not only reduces our stress, but also enhances our ability to navigate the challenge effectively. At the end of the day, the principle of correspondence is the most powerful way to obtain insights about the universe and reality. If we understand the small, individual world, we understand the large, universal world, and vice versa. Remember to seek wisdom within yourself, knowing that the answers you find will resonate with the greater truths of the cosmos. Hermes Trismegistus discovered the unity between the human soul and the divine, confirming that by exploring our inner world, we can connect with the divine essence of a larger universe. To live forward with acceptance, we must acknowledge that our understanding of life deepens over time. We often gain clarity and wisdom only after we have navigated the complexities of our experiences.